Hello everybody, welcome back to Chemistrylicious. So today we are going to see some shortcuts to how to remember the structures of oxy acids of phosphorus, right? So before we directly move on to the structure, there are certain keywords I'll give you so that you'll be able to remember the structures. Now first thing, whenever you see phosphorus acid, whenever you see this OUS series, understand that the phosphorus is going to be in +3 oxidation state. Simple. Next, whenever you are going to see phosphoric acid, whenever you see this IC, you have to understand that the phosphorus is going to be in +5 oxidation state. Okay. Now along with these two, there are going to be something which can come in as the prefix part. Say for example, if I see hypo as the prefix, right, you have to understand that it is going to indicate the lower oxidation state. Generally it will be +1, right? And one more thing also it can indicate, if I am going to have two phosphorus atom in the same acid molecule, this will also give me that I am going to have a PP bond. A PP catenating bond is going to be there, right? Okay. Other than this, if I am going to have pyro, right? Pyro indicates, this happens only when I have two phosphorus atom in the molecule. Okay, so whenever pyro comes, it indicates that there is going to be a POP bond present, right? Okay, one last thing, whenever I'm going to have peroxo coming, right, this indicates that I am going to have a OO bond, a peroxide bond linkage going to be there, right? So now if you understand all of this, right, you will be able to easily draw the structure, right, with few other points. Just one more point, right? So next, you understand that in all of the oxy acids of phosphorus, you are going to have phosphorus to be tetragonally surrounded. Tetragonally surrounded, right? And one more thing about all the oxy acids of phosphorus is that each phosphorus atom will have at least one P double bond O and at least one POH bond, right? And little bit extra, I can tell that whenever you see there is a pH bond present in the oxy acid, that means that it is reducing in nature, right? And last point, whenever the number of OH, POH bonds I have, that much is the basicity. Basically the number of H plus ions within from which the acid I can get, right? So now you understood all these points. Let me just sum up. Whenever you have phosphorus OUS series, I am going to have +3 oxidation state. Whenever I have phosphoric acid, I have +5 oxidation state, and whenever I have hypo, it represents the lowest oxidation state. Generally it will be +1. And one more thing also, it represents that it is going to have a PP bond present. And whenever you have peroxo, I am going to have a OO linkage present. Whenever I have pyro, I am going to have POP bond present, so on and so forth. And each phosphorus atom is going to be tetragonally surrounded, and each phosphorus atom at least will have one P double bond O and one PH bond in the molecule for sure. Other than that, the extra bond which I can have is PH or POP or PP, so on and so forth. Now we'll directly go to the series of the oxy acids of phosphorus. So the first one is phosphorus acid, and its formula is H3PO2, right? Now it's very easy. Now it's going to be OUS, so definitely it is going to be in +3 oxidation state. Now I told you that each phosphorus atom is going to be tetragonally surrounded, right? And obviously I told you each phosphorus atom will at least have one P double bond O and at least have one POH bond. Now understand that I am going to have two more hydrogens to be accounted for, but there is only one oxygen. So definitely I am going to have one OH bond and the other hydrogen atom is going to be directly attached as a pH bond, right? Okay, now this is about phosphorus acid. Next one, phosphoric acid. Now generally it is also called as orthophosphoric acid, so it is H3PO4, right? So again it's coming as IC, right? So definitely it is going to be in +5 oxidation state. So again each phosphorus atom is tetragonally surrounded with at least one P double bond O, and I'm going to have at least one OH bond. So there are there are 3 more oxygen atoms to be accounted, sorry, 2 more oxygen atoms to be accounted for, and 2 more hydrogen atoms also. So definitely both of them are going to be OH bonds, right? Okay, so I think you understood. Next one, is hypophosphorus acid, and it is H3PO3, right? So again the term hypo comes, so definitely it is going to be in +1 oxidation state. Again it represents lower oxidation state. So now you can easily put the structure, again tetragonally surrounded with at least one P double bond O and one POH bond. So now there are one oxygen atom and 2 more hydrogens. So definitely I'm going to have one OH and one H. Very simple. So it is H3PO3, right? Okay, next one. Okay, so the next acid we are going to see is peroxophosphoric acid. So I told you what peroxo means. I'm going to have at least one OO linkage. So now the formula goes like this: H3PO5, right? So I'm going to have it again tetragonally surrounded, one P double bond O and one OH. So right now, as I already told you, I'm going to have one peroxo linkage. So I'm going to have this, and I need to have one more hydrogen atom accounted for, and there are 4 over. So I'm going to have one more OH bond, right? So this is the structure of peroxophosphoric acid. Okay, next one. Next one I'm going to have is pyrophosphorus acid, right? I told you whenever pyro comes, I'm going to have a POP bond. The formula goes like this: H4P2O5, right? So the structure goes like this. Let me directly put a POP bond first. And I told you each phosphorus atom will have at least one P double bond O. So and at least each of them will have one OH bond, right? So how many are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 oxygen atoms over, and 2 hydrogen atoms are only there. So the remaining this thing is going to be a pH bond in both of them. Very simple, right? Now next one. hypodiphosphorus acid, right? So again di is there, two phosphorus atoms, and hypo I told you represents when I am going to have a PP bond. So this is how it's going to be. I'm going to have a PP bond, each of them having one P double bond O and one POH. Okay, the formula actually H4P2O6, right? So now I have accounted for 2 of the hydrogen atoms and 4 of the oxygen atoms. So all of the, again both of them are going to have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, this is the structure for hypodiphosphorus acid. Okay, next one. pyrophosphoric acid, right? So remember, last one we saw pyro was phosphorus, this is phosphoric, again only the oxidation number changes. So here, as the pyro tells you, I'm going to have one POP bond, and each of them will have one P double bond O, one POH. Okay, the formula is H4P2O7, right? Okay, now next one. So I'm okay, 1 2 3 4 5 oxygen atoms are accounted for. So I'm going to have, this is the structure for pyrophosphoric acid, right? Next one. Peroxo diphosphoric acid, right? So now peroxo, again I told you what kind of linkage, O linkage, two phosphorus atoms are there. Okay, so okay, the formula is actually H4P2O8, right? So you can see actually the numbers are gradually increasing from H4P2O6, H4P2O7, now it is H4P2O8. So here I'm going to have a OO's linkage indicating that I'm going to have a peroxo bond, right? Now the last of all acids, so the next acid is metaphosphoric acid. So understand that in only in this acid it is going to exist as a trimer, right? So the best way to represent the formula is actually HPO3 whole thrice. This is how I represent the formula. So I can understand that HPO3 units, I'm going to have a trimer 3, right? So again I'm going to have POP bonds. This is how it's going to look. So P O P O P O, something like this, and I'm going to attach them all, right? And all the other rule stays. Each phosphorus atom will have one P double bond O and one OH, again one P double bond O, one OH, one P double bond O and OH. Very simple, right? So I think this will give you a broader picture of how to remember the structures of all the phosphoric acids. If you still have any doubts, please put them in the comment section, and if you like the videos, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much.